Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to cover a combination of kicks. We're going to work on a side kick, roundhouse kick combination. Now in this particular case we're using our side kick as a defensive weapon, so we're going to use a lead leg side kick. Yes, we could do a massive turning side kick and put a lot of power into this, but it's not super effective. That's a pretty slow kick. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to assume that the bad guy, okay, or our sparring partner is coming in toward us. Now, if we're thinking of this from a self-defense standpoint, we're really not going to kick up high with this, okay? Instead, we're actually going to be kicking down toward the knees or toward the thigh to stop them from coming forward. And then we're going to throw our power kick to do some damage and maybe take their will to fight, okay? So, we're going to start with that lead leg side kick. I want you to watch a couple of things here. When I do my lead leg side kick, I'm bladed to my target here. I want to pivot my rear leg. That means I'm going to come up on the toes, turn the heel, and that turns my rear toward the target a little bit. So if I was going to do this toward the camera, okay, and I did my pivot and my chamber, you would see that my rear is actually in line behind my heel, okay? My heel should be here, and then as it extends out, boom, you want to see the hip, the knee, and the heel as well as the shoulder all in one straight line. Just like I would be if I was standing on the floor. We don't stand on the floor like this or like this. Everything's in a nice line. Well, that's because we have great mechanical advantage there with our body. So when I do this kick, I'm pivoting as I chamber, extending out, bringing it back, setting it down. Now this is a little bit hard to do with a heavy bag that's standing still. If you really were to do this on a person, you would think about that person maybe moving back a little bit whenever you kick them. So when you do this kick on the heavy bag, just touch the surface of the bag with your lead leg side kick, okay? So from here, I'm gonna pivot, touch the surface, all right? From here, I'm gonna pull this back, set it down. Notice that I'm not setting the whole foot down. I'm leaving my heel up off the floor because what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna pivot all the way around and throw this rear leg roundhouse kick. If I put my whole foot down, then what I end up doing is crossing my own center line here. So I've done my side kick, boom, and I set it down here. It gets really hard to pivot if your heel's down. So you have to lead that heel up and allow yourself to rotate on that foot. So let me do it once with the other leg here. Here I am. My distance is about fingertip touch length without having to lean forward, okay? About fingertip touch length. Hands are up. I'm going to side kick, rechamber, set it down. I'm already getting the pivot as I'm setting it down. My hands are still up, guarding my face. I'm going to throw that rear leg roundhouse kick, boom, with power. Now, let's talk about hands. What I don't want is Hollywood, okay? I don't want to see this, okay? And I definitely don't want to see you throw your hands to get around for your roundhouse kick. You can pull your elbows to get that torsion, but I don't want you to throw your hands out wide where you're unprotected. The counter for this is a spin hook kick or jump spin crescent or even a back kick, okay? So we don't want to leave our body and our head unprotected. So when I do this, I want to throw that side kick, boom. I like to go here or here, okay? This is almost a Philly shell here with my rear hand low, okay? Or I go to my cross here, okay? Cross block. Then as I pull this back, my hands come back up because as I'm turning, they could counter with something toward the front of the body. So I want to be able to counter that, okay? So I'm going to side kick, boom, bring it back, pivot, roundhouse kick. All right, now you notice that this hand drops down on my roundhouse kick, boom, pivot, boom. That's because I'm guarding that body, guarding that head, all right? So the whole thing, almost full speed, looks like this. Pop, yes. All right, make sure you make that nice and smooth. A great way to work on this is just to work on stepping, okay, and turning, stepping and turning, stepping and turning, and then go backwards with it just for kicks and giggles. Step and turn, making sure you're getting that full pivot. I'm going 90 degrees from my target every time with my feet. All right, guys, there is your side kick, roundhouse kick combination. Work on that. Make sure you practice in a safe environment. Don't do it in a space that's too small. We'll see you guys in the next one.